Alright, hey everybody, welcome to another episode of TEW Local to Global 1987. We're back with some GCW. Now let's get straight into the episode. So we're going to go back to the Great Lakes, trying to grow our popularity over there. We're going to start the show tonight with Chris Jericho. He is the #1 contender to the Cruiserweight Championship, so Jericho's going to cut a promo. And Malenko comes out. Make that around 7 minutes. We're going to put Dean Malenko. Major success. Make it 8, actually. So, this episode, we're of course booking Championship Wrestling, which as normal, I'm going to show you the results, not show you the booking process, so everything is kept a surprise. But at Championship Wrestling, we get to see Shane Douglas against Brian Pillman, with the winner getting a World Championship opportunity against Sting at Revolution. This is a big shock to a Revolution, franchise, so let's see what they're going to do about it. So Jericho promo tonight, and it's going to be Jericho challenging Dean Malenko for the Cruiserweight Championship right here, right now, tonight. So we're going to get Chris Jericho, we're going to get Dean Malenko as they face off tonight. We're going to make it 15 minutes, we're going to put the Cruiserweight Championship on the line, and Chris Jericho will surprise everybody by winning the Cruiserweight Championship from Dean Malenko. It's going to be a great match. We're going to get Brian Pillman and Shane Douglas, Mike Iris Rotundo, Jeff Jarrett, Diesel, JJ Dillon. We're going to cut a backstage promo, and the entirety of franchise are going to be backstage cutting that promo. So franchise, backstage promo. Alright, we're going to get a singles match. It's going to be... what did we have? Booker T and Stevie Ray are facing against the Eliminators again on pay-per-view. So tonight we're going to do Booker T versus John Cronus. Make it 10 minutes, and we're going to put Booker T over. We're also going to have a singles match between Mr. JL. Actually, do I have anybody I want to start building up? Yeah, actually, I want to build up the Smoking Guns. Future Tag Team Champions for sure, the Smoking Guns. I just have to start pushing them. They're going to take on the Armed Forces. It's not going to be a great match, but you know what? They got to get over somehow. What else can I do? The Dustin and Rhodes and DDP Johnny B. Bad thing. Excuse me. So Dustin and Johnny B. Bad will be talking backstage. Make that around 5 minutes. And that's going to be it for the show. Let's run it. So starting us off, we got Chris Jericho coming out. He says, "Last week, I proved that I am worthy of being Cruiserweight Champion. So Dean Malenko, I don't want to wait for Championship Wrestling. I want to face you tonight." So Dean Malenko comes out and he accepts Chris Jericho's challenge. So tonight, Chris Jericho versus Dean Malenko for the Cruiserweight Championship. Smoking Guns go over on the Armed Forces. Not much to say, not a great match. Dustin Rhodes is backstage with Johnny B. Bad. And Dustin is telling Johnny, "You got this. At Championship Wrestling, you can do it. You can defeat Diamond Dallas Page to regain the Intercontinental Championship. And I'll face you at Revolution. But here's the thing. I'm not going to go easy on you. Alright? I believe you are a worthy opponent for DDP. But at Revolution, I'm not holding back." And Johnny B. Bad says, "I don't want you to hold back. I completely understand. This is business. So, I will win that title, and we will meet at Revolution." They shake hands, and that's the agreement. 69. Nice. Booker T goes over on John Cronus. Cronus actually outperforming Booker T with a 62 to Booker's 57, but Booker does get the victory in 10:30 by pinfall with the Harlem Hangover. It gets a 66. we're backstage with Franchise, Brian Pillman, Shane Douglas, Mike IRS Rotundo, Jeff Jarrett, Diesel, and J.J. Dillon. They say that Sting and Jesse Ventura, the entirety of GCW, are trying to split Franchise apart, trying to split the relationship between Brian Pillman, the Chosen One, and the next top prospect, Shane Douglas. Well, he says that's not going to happen. So, although Pillman and Douglas now have to face off for the #1 contendership at Championship Wrestling, it's going to be a fair contest. No man is going to cheat on the other. They're going to have a fair one-on-one contest. But Sting and Stunning Steve Austin, they need to be taught a lesson. So next week, Mike IRS Rotundo and Diesel face off against Austin and Sting in a tag team contest. Gets a 66. In our main event, Chris Jericho defeats Dean Malenko in 14:48 by pinfall with a fast roll-up. Jericho is the new Cruiserweight champion. Gets a 68. We grow in popularity in 3 regions. The real reason why I had Jericho win the title from Dean Malenko tonight was because Dean Malenko unfortunately signed with World Championship Wrestling, WCW. He is therefore leaving us, and so is Mike IRS Rotundo. He has signed a written deal with WCW. He's going to be leaving in 7 days, so Wednesday next week. So if we look at WCW, their roster, you can see Dean Malenko right here. So unfortunately, I'm losing Dean Malenko, and I'm losing Mike IRS Rotundo. But whatever. You know, that's how it's going to be. I did notice, however, that in our main eventers, if we go to, is it Sting? Sting is now loyal to GCW. So Sting won't be leaving us even if he's offered a written deal. He will only sign a written deal with us. So, Sting is loyal to GCW. Stunning Steve Austin, unfortunately, is not. Brian Pillman is. But I believe that's everybody that's loyal. I'm pretty sure it's just those two, Pillman and Sting, which does make a lot of sense since they were at the top of the card for a long while. So if we look, yeah, nobody else is loyal. Maybe Jesse Ventura, but that doesn't matter because it's us. So, all right. So we're gonna sim to the next episode of Saturday Night's Wrestling, and we're gonna see the results of that tag team match. Let's get straight to the booking right now. Alright, so I simmed ahead really quick, and we've got more bad news. Well, that's funny. Bad News Allen was just offered a contract by WCW, so we're going to be losing Bad News Allen. That sucks, because I was going to have him have a decent run as Armageddon in the tag team with Doomsday. So, Road Warrior Animal also leaving. That one hurts a little less considering that he's only in a tag team with Rick Steiner, and I don't really plan on using him that much right now. So, we're going to have to fill some cracks in the roster. So if we look, Doomsday is going to be alone. We're going to have a singles run for him then. So, in that case, I probably need more tag teams. So, let's just quickly look to see who I can hire. Can work. We're going to go at least well-known. Austin Idol, George Steele, Greg Valentine, Hogan, of course. Hogan is still toxic, so doesn't make sense to sign him right now. Jerry Lawler, I don't think he'll sign with us, no. Ken Patera wouldn't be that bad. Nikolai Volkov, Ricky Morton, Terry Funk. Would Terry Funk sign with us? Not yet. Still too small for him. Let's look at recognizable. Bob Backlund won't sign with us because he's on hiatus. He will not sign with a company under Cult Size. Jimmy Snuka, Kamala, Terry Gordy. Let's check to Regional Star. Alpha. Sign Bill Irwin. Not because I have a big push in mind, just because I have a jobber push for him. So for the people that don't know, Bill Irwin wrestled in the WWF as a character called The Goon. And he will be wrestling for our company as The Goon, because I'm a Canadian and I love hockey. Desh Mantel would not be a bad road agent or colored guy. Actually, no, he's shit color. Masaito, Matt Bourne wouldn't be a bad get either. Paul Roma, again, former Four Horsemen member. I'll put Paul Roma on the short list. Steve Williams. Ooh. No, he won't sign. Tom Zank. Okay, well, nobody seems to want to sign with us. And nobody's really catching my eye. Antonio Inoki wouldn't be... Is he on my short list? He is on my short list. Okay. Baron Von Raschke. Bullet Bob Armstrong. Brad Armstrong. Another... Armstrongs would not be a bad get. Oh, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get... Let's see if I remember his name. So we're going to go Bob Armstrong. It's Brian. It's the Brian. Brian Armstrong. Road Dogg, Jesse James. So we're going to sign him for a 3-year deal. And do I have Brian Adams on my short list? I do have Brian Adams on my short list. Crush. Alright, so that's going to be it for the signing. I'm just going to sign Bill Irwin and Brian Armstrong. Let's get back to Saturday Night's Wrestling. I got off topic. My bad, I'm sorry. Let's get straight to it. Second show of today's episode. Let's get straight into it. Dean Malenko has left GCW, but we get 1,000 fans in the Great Lakes. Let's see if we can fill up the arena. Alright, so tonight we're going to do the Stevie Ray match. Stevie Ray will take on Perry Saturn. In this match, Perry Saturn will get the victory. We get a tag team match tonight with Stunning Steve Austin and Sting facing off against Mike R.S. Rotundo and Diesel. Make that 16 minutes. Sting will be getting the victory. Loser will be Mike R.S. Rotundo. After that, we're going to have Franchise beat down Mike R.S. Rotundo. Okay. Like that. Like that. 5 minutes. We're going to have an angle. We're going to have a vignette of the Goon, who will be making his debut shortly. It's just going to be 2 minutes. Okay. We're going to have Dustin Rhodes. No, we're going to have Johnny B. Bad, actually. Dustin Rhodes and DDP. He's going to be selling. He's going to be on acting. He's going to be on acting. DDP attacks Bad. Rhodes. Save. I'm going to do it before his match. Make that 6 minutes. If you check out our history, what else do we have to do? Chris Jericho has got to celebrate his Cruiserweight Championship victory. Celebrates with the Cruiserweight title. Make that 5 minutes. I'll put that there. And then we're going to have a match. We're going to do Flash Funk versus Jeff Jarrett. Yeah, remember, Franchise going to start building up Jeff Jarrett once again. Let's run it. Opening up our show is Chris Jericho celebrating as he is the new Cruiserweight champion. And we did fill out the arena. Nice. Jericho exclaims that at Championship Wrestling, since Dean Malenko decided to take his ball and go home to a different company, Jericho will be hosting an open challenge to anybody in the back who is worthy of challenging for the Cruiserweight Championship. So Jericho versus anybody at Championship Wrestling this Sunday. Jeff Jarrett defeats Flash Funk in 6:52 by submission with the figure 4. They have great chemistry. That's good. 76. We get backstage a vignette of the Goon on hockey. He's on the ice. He's playing hockey. He's checking people in the boards. Cross checks to the face. Slashing right between the legs. Just dirty, dirty stuff. The Goon coming soon to GCW. So, 56. Perry Saturn defeats Stevie Ray in 10 minutes by pinfall with a Death Valley driver. It's a 66. And Johnny B. Bad comes down to the ring for his match, but before he can get the match started, DDP comes out, hits him with the Diamond Cutter, and starts beating him down just before he can hit him with the chair. Dustin Rhodes comes down, steals the chair from DDP, and swings it at him, but DDP ducks, runs through the crowd, and escapes. What does this mean? Of course I know what it means. DDP is trying to send a message to Johnny B. Bad and Rhodes saying that he will be the equalizer if DDP tries to cheat this Sunday. Johnny B. Bad versus DDP at Championship Wrestling. 66. During main event, Stunning Steve Austin and Sting defeat Mike Iris Rotundo and Diesel when Sting defeated Rotundo by pinfall with a Scorpion Deathlock. Sting with a 74, Austin with a 79, Diesel with a 59, and Mike Iris Rotundo with a 73. We get an 81. And after the match, Franchise are beating down Mike Iris Rotundo. And Pillman says, all you do is lose, lose, lose. Well, I'm tired of you losing, bringing dishonor to Franchise. Rotundo, you're fired. It's a 77. Not too bad. 77 up, getting our popularity up in 3 regions, being the Great Lakes, the Mid-South, and the Tri-State, of course. Come on. And just like that, Mike Iris Rotundo leave GCW. And it looks like Terry Funk is only working for CWA. Why won't you work for me, please? Alright. So we've only got one more show to book, one more show to get the results from, and it is GCW Championship Wrestling. We're going to go sim right to GCW Championship Wrestling. We're going to get the results right now. Alright, let's get straight into the results of Championship Wrestling 161. The final big event before Revolution. Let's get straight into it. We start the show with Jeff Jarrett, the member of Franchise, coming down to the ring to perform his new country song, his new country single, With My Baby Tonight. You already know where this is going if you watch 1995 WWF. Jeff Jarrett sings and gets interrupted by Steve Blackman, who comes out for a match, and Jeff Jarrett defeats Steve Blackman in 8-10 by submission with a figure 4 after interference from the roadie. Jeff Jarrett has his roadie now. Of course, roadie would turn out to be Road Dogg Jesse James from the New Age Outlaws. Gets a 78. The Smoking Guns defeat Armageddon and Doomsday in 7:37 when Billy Gunn defeated Doomsday by pinfall with a gunslinger. Decent match, not too shabby, just trying to get the Guns over on Armageddon before Bad News Allen leaves GCW. He did sign with the WWF, so he is leaving us. Animal also signed, which I already showed. Why am I re-explaining this? Anyway, 7,540 people. I mean, not quite a sellout, but not too shabby either. Chris Jericho's open challenge for the Cruiserweight Championship ends with Eddie Guerrero becoming the new Cruiserweight Champion. Chris Jericho holds the title for a little over a week, or around 11 days. 10 or 11 days. Good job, Jericho. Superb Wrestling, decent reaction. Eddie defeats Chris Jericho in 13:48 by pinfall with a frog splash. New Cruiserweight Champion. Next matchup is, I believe, the Tag Team Championship match. No, it's an interview with Sting by Gene Okerlund. Gene interviews Sting on who would give him the biggest challenge at Revolution. Would it be Shane Douglas or would it be Brian Pillman? And Sting says, I'm conflicted. On one hand, Brian Pillman, I've faced him many times, but I've barely won every single match against him. He is one of the greatest professional wrestlers in GCW. There's no question. Although his arrogance might be his undoing. While Shane Douglas, I don't have enough information on him. That's what scares me, is that if Shane Douglas wins tonight, I don't know what to expect at Revolution. I've never faced him for the World Championship. So I don't know how he's changed, how he's evolved. But I believe he's not quite ready to be champion. So I don't know who wins tonight. But I know who will win at Revolution no matter what. And it's Sting. It's a 91. Tag Team Championship match. The Eliminators become the new Tag Team Champions. And the Eliminators and Harlem Heat just trading the belts back and forth. Perry Saturn defeats Stevie Ray by pinfall after using underhand tactics. The Eliminators are 3-time World Tag Team Champions. Stevie Ray with a 75, Booker with an 82, Perry Saturn 81, Cronus also with an 81, gets an 85. Next up, the Intercontinental Championship match. Exceptional match. DDP defeats Johnny B. Bad in 1605 by pinfall after using a foreign object. During the match, we also had Dustin Rhodes accidentally hit Johnny B. Bad, accidentally cost him the match. What happened was DDP was about to hit Johnny B. Bad with a chair as the referee was down. Dustin Rhodes managed to take the chair away from DDP, but at the same time it hit Bad across the head, and DDP hit Dustin with the diamond cutter and pinned Johnny B. Bad after he was hit with that steel chair. Similar to how in 2018, Tommaso Ciampa won the NXT Championship, Johnny Gargano interfered, took the NXT title from Tommaso Ciampa, but accidentally hit Aleister Black, which caused Aleister losing the championship. So around that's around what happened. If you want to visualize it, you can go back to NXT 2018, where Tommaso Ciampa becomes NXT champion. I believe the full match is on YouTube, but great match, great match. Gets an 81, and Sting comes down to the ring, and he joins Jesse Ventura and Jim Ross on commentary for the main event. So the main event, Shane Douglas, Brian Pillman, the winner, faces Sting at Revolution. Of course, it's heel versus heel, so, But an exceptional match. Shane Douglas manages to go over on the leader of franchise in 35 minutes by pinfall with a pile driver. So if we check odd face heel, the announcing work of Sting, but good show. Shane Douglas will be facing Sting at Revolution for the World Heavyweight Championships. Gets an 83. We're going to get Sting. No, not Sting. Sting didn't perform. Pillman, Shane. And we're going to go with... I'm going to give Eddie Guerrero some props. What a match. Shane Douglas versus Sting is penciled in for a Revolution for the main event. Ah, shit. AI hiring by WCW. We know what that means. You can check over here and... Alright, did he sign one of us? It's Armageddon, Kevin Sullivan. Oh, maybe not. Okay. So, GCW is now a Championship Wrestling is now a highly regarded event. Gets a .08. We didn't beat Survivor Series, but we did beat WCW. So what did WCW put on? They put on the Midnight Express versus Sweet Brown Sugar. And it would be Terry Gibbs. Okay. And what did Survivor Series do? Macho Man, Bruiser Brody, Dusty Rhodes, and Stan Hansen defeated Jake Roberts, Andre the Giant, Harley Race, and Ricky Steamboat. I would want to watch that match. Anyway, we got up. We were at 10th, now we're at 9. In the United States, we're number 3. Not too shabby. Only a $26,000 loss. We're getting better. Popularity is slowly increasing. So Eddie Guerrero, the Cruiserweight Champion. Let's check the economy and industry. They're still falling, but that's fine. Alright, that's going to be it for this episode of GCW. Make sure to like if you like this video, subscribe if you want more. Next episode will be the final episode before the Revolution episode. So stay tuned for that. as we continue the build-up to Revolution 1993. See you guys next time.